Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. YouTube, stop telling me I have no data. I clearly do. YouTube's being a brat today. It's okay. YouTube's always being a brat towards me. Hi, Starry. Welcome in. Hello, hello. I wasn't going to stream today, but I was like, I might as well because y'all aren't gonna see me all of next month, anyways. This is my last week of school. Well, my last official week. I still have to make it through like a few days next week, but I do know that it looks like gold may not be here today. I don't know. That's okay, sorry. We'll be here for a while. I'm not going nowhere today. I made that a point. I've been on the go-go lately, so I'm between working on starting to record some footage for a future video, which the audio will be muted anyways because I'm going to be doing a voiceover for that, or just getting more money. Probably more money cuz I'm quite broke, you know, just a little bit broke. Oh, okay. I love how I lag like as I'm loading in, and then once I'm loaded in, I don't experience any lag. What is my Okay, yeah. I love that my computer's strong enough to handle full graphics. Thank you. Thank you, kiddo. That is much appreciated. I should have put my plot over there. I don't know why I put it here. Um, just give me one quick second. Give me one quick second. I kind of messed up. I think it's because like when I'm showing off a build or like taking photos, I use that plot because it looks better with like the sun. But we're not using that plot today. That's a big no. I'm not I'm not gonna question why somebody's username is Hot Wings. You know what? That's yeah, that's something. My dog was in here, and then I guess she must have left or something because she's not in here anymore. I'm uh I'm gonna keep an eye on my microphone. If anything is too quiet or too loud, just let me know so that I can properly address the situation. Because last thing I want is for y'all's ears to be getting blasted. Okay, that's better. I quite prefer to use this this plot, or I'm not really sure what you would call this. It's what your house actually sits on, land, something like that. There's all these fancy technical terms. I am not fancy nor technical. is I know that the build that I want to do for video is going to be quite expensive and very detailed. Which, yes, I'm actively, like I said, when I'm not streaming, I'm actively looking towards editing and recording videos for next month. So y'all aren't entirely bored. And so you guys don't forget about me. I am kind of tired though. My female cat has gone into, well, not my female cat, my sister's cat, Lucky now, because I guess it's my sister's cat now or something like that, has unfortunately gone into heat and wants quite the attention. And so Lucky comes upstairs when everyone's sleeping and bugs me because I keep my door open for my cat, Oreo. So I've just been listening to Lucky meowing for attention while I'm trying to sleep. It's really great, you know. I love Lucky though. Lucky's a good cat. It's funny though because when she's in heat is the only time that she won't attack me for petting her. She'll attack me when she's not in heat. I am planning on streaming tomorrow, but it might be a little bit of a later stream just because tomorrow is my grandfather who's now gone. It's his birthday tomorrow. So I feel like I'm kind of going to be out of sorts. I'll try to stream tomorrow. If I can't stream tomorrow, I'll stream Sunday. It's just a little bit of a. It's been a really awkward month. From what I know of, he would have been, I believe, 74 or 75. Not quite sure. I can't remember things like that, which is not really a good thing. I feel like you probably should remember things like that. But I have goldfish brain. Everybody that's been here for long enough knows that. Oh gosh. I cannot wait for the map revamp to come out for Bloxburg. I'm so hyped for that this summer. Like I feel like it's going to be interesting cuz this is like the map that everyone's so used to and I'm kind of like wondering how they're going to change that. Hopefully they do a good job. Which, like everybody else, what I would love to see is like houses on top of the hills and maybe some beach kind of looking houses. But I don't know if they're gonna stick to the original like design, like layout, and just change the designs of everything or what. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. They don't really have like a specific date set up that we just know that it's coming this summer. Which summer for me goes from, I want to say May. I want to say from like May until August, like mid August, September. So if they live anywhere near where I live, that's gonna be quite a while. Oh my gosh, the worst thing's been happening to me. My wisdom teeth have been growing in. So my jaw is like in so much pain. I have house bills. I love how like parents always say, "Oh, video games can't teach you anything." Oh, yes they can. Oh, yes they can. I mean, The Last of Us shows you how to survive if there was ever a zombie apocalypse, you know? I need to get something to eat. Okay, you're good, kiddo. Ooh, I popped my arm. My arm popped. I was kind of needing that though. My arm's been bugging me because I've been sleeping on it funny because of my cat. Dude, I love living like in the eastern part of the United States. But can we just talk about how bipolar the weather is? Cause like it was all like nice and sunny and hot and like it was literally so hot to the point where we had to put the air conditioners in the window. And then all of a sudden, it's cold again. Like we're what, maybe a week away from June and it's still freezing here. And that's the same thing with New York and Philadelphia and Wisconsin and Canada, like some parts of Canada. It's just weird. The weather makes no sense. Hi Draco, welcome in. A new face. I don't think I've seen you in our streams yet. We really have been getting a lot of new people recently. It's always nice. Oh, for anyone that might be interested. Actually, I forgot to do that. Right now, yes, because my mods have died and so have my viewers. I For me where I live, it's like 2 p.m., but for other people it's a lot later than that. So everyone's either sleeping or eating. I do want to address that after next week I will be trying to do later night streams as well. Yeah, see, I live in the United States. So, I live like near Philadelphia kinda. So, it's quite early for me. It's like 1:55. For anyone wondering, I do have it set in my Discord where you guys can leave game suggestions on what you guys actually want to see, cuz like I said, I won't be streaming next month. I'm going to be recording videos to post next month. Roblox avatar reveal. This is my avatar. Actually, hold on. I have to actually money. I quite like it. Although it does not match the criteria of my YouTube channel. Because on my YouTube channel, I'm more like a demon elf kind of thing, and then there's just yeah. My avatar looks more like an angel. But it was as close as to real life as I could get, because I generally do have dark hair like that, but my eyes are not brown. They are gray blue. Yeah, I just recently changed my avatar. I don't like sexualizing things like that. I feel like it's a kids. There are kids on this game, you know. I'm an adult. I feel like adults should know better, even though there are kids that do that, and I just sit there and go, "Oh God." It's always so funny when people ask me like, "How old are you?" and I tell them like, "Hey, I'm 18," and they're like, "You don't sound 18." I know. Trust me, I know. Oh, my family is back. I'm not going to scream because it's gonna set my microphone off, and then y'all are gonna get your ears blasted. And I'm not that mean. I know. I feel like some kids need their parents to be a little more uh stern about that sort of thing. Because when I was growing up, I never thought about sexualizing anything. It's just wrong. Like Roblox is supposed to be a platform where people can, meet other people and find friends and stuff like that. But then you have these people here making these like sexualized games and avatars, and it's like, oh my god. Like I was scrolling on TikTok looking for Bloxburg inspiration, and I just scrolled past one of those videos, and I was like, oh my god. I had to scream, so I muted my mic. The house that I live in, there's like a downstairs and then an upstairs. I'm upstairs. So every time my parents need my attention, I just tell them like I'll tell them that I'm streaming so they know to not scream up the stairs but rather just text me or come up here and tell me that they're back. But they left before I started streaming. So, yeah, my parents I wouldn't say they're strict. They're not like strict to the point where I can't leave the house, or I have to grant permission, but it is because I am an adult and like they said, it's my life's in my hands now. My decisions are my own. I mean, obviously, I still have a curfew because I still live with my parents, which is completely fine. I have mental disabilities and physical disabilities that make it hard for me to actually like live on my own. Because I have like autism and things. Not that autism stops me from doing things, it just makes it a little bit harder. Yeah, I feel like, oh my god, there's always like this there's been these memes going around where it's like your parents will call for you and you'll sit there screaming for them. Like, what do you want? And then you'll have to walk all the way downstairs and then they ask you like, "Can you hand me that remote?" And it's like right in front of them. I relate to that. I honestly relate. That is how it does be. My sister's room's right next to mine, so she's wanting to get into streaming, but she's looking into getting a better microphone. Which, if I can get new headphones, I'll probably just wound up giving her my headphones because they do have a microphone. I just can't use it because I need to wear my glasses. Which, unfortunately, I haven't gotten new headphones yet. I know I said I was going to this weekend, but things happen. So I have to wait for a little while longer. Which means I'm pretty much blind right now. My bad eyesight comes partially just from genetics. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea if you're talking about the game system. Wait. There's only PS I know is like PS4. I'm old, okay? I don't know the new terminology for things. Oh, yes, I am, but I'm pretty sure that they have it open for just pretty much for anybody to join. I know that they went to go eat dinner, but I could probably text them and ask. But I'm pretty sure it's open to the public. Because it's really funny. I have two online children, Dreamy and Gold, but they also happen to be my moderators. So this is Dreamy's private server, but I'm pretty sure it's for the public. If you want to join me, I could ask. No. Dreamy is sleeping, and I'm pretty sure that Gold is either doing homework or just preoccupied by something, as he always is. I honestly haven't seen Gold in my streams for a little bit now. He's been doing his own thing. My dad typically does moderate my chat for me, though, on the days my dad and my sister will moderate my chat on the days that Dreamy and Gold can't. So I always have at least two moderators. But my sister does work, so it's hard to stream and have her moderate my chat. Alright. I gotta go. You know, I swear, I'm gonna buy YouTube Premium at this point. Because why? Why are you gonna give me an ad? Why do that? Why you do that? Ooh, I'm lagging. But I probably am gonna go see what my mother said she wanted. Because she said she had something for me. A little scared, not gonna lie. But I will be right back, everybody. Just hang tight. Shouldn't take me long. Bro, I went downstairs and they bought me the cutest like it's a black teddy bear but with like black butterfly wings. It's so cute and soft. They keep buying me gifts because of my graduation. Oh, Draco, that's Dreamy, my online child, and also the owner of the private server that I'm in. As they've clearly stated. Also, I love the fact that your user is Draco because it reminds me of Draco Malfoy. I'm a very big Harry Potter geek. I have like in the dining hall in Hogwarts, the candles that are like hanging from the ceiling or like floating. I have those. I just don't have the batteries because you need like 27 batteries for all of it together. And batteries are expensive. But yeah, so that's what they were screaming at me about. Yesterday was a friend of ours' birthday, so they went out and bought some stuff for her for today. But she turned the big old 2-0, like my sister, last week, I think was my sister's birthday. I agree. Like, I know he was kind of snobby, but like, I love Draco. He made it interesting, and like towards the end, he really did start caring about Harry. Like in the scene, you can tell on his facial expression when Voldemort said that he had killed Harry Potter. You could tell. Enemies to friends. Oh, Hermione. I have That's the thing. I have like a whole bunch of tiny figurines. My sister's favorite character was Luna Lovegood. But I also loved Hagrid. Hagrid is like just so my dad. My dad's like Hagrid. He almost has the facial hair for it. I talk smack about him, but I love my dad. But yeah. For anyone that is interested in my sister's socials for when she does start streaming to kind of give her a head start on things because I know how difficult it is starting over. I am going to link her socials in my Discord. It'll be under the socials tab. That's where all of my socials are as well. At least the ones that I want to be publicly known. It's cooking time. Oh gosh. I just with Draco, I feel like his dad was just too hard on him, man. See, I agree with that. I have social anxiety. So when I like I've gotten better about it. I mean, if I need to like go pick up my medication from the pharmacy, I can do that all by myself. But I can't interact with like people in public that I'm not used to or like being in large crowds. So trust me, I understand. For the last like I want to say 4 or 5 months, I've been single and out of a relationship, and I've been looking, but it's just awkward. I wholeheartedly understand. If you put me in a big crowd, I will freak out. My parents know that too. One time we went to this one place and it's really cool. It has like this indoor kind of like animal thing where there are these like animals and it tells you what they are. And there's even real fish in this like pond that they have. And we went there and I didn't it was a really big place and I knew that 9 times out of 10 something was going to happen. And I wound up having a panic attack because of the social anxiety and my fear of being in large crowds because it started getting really busy. So what does my dad do? He walks over to the stuffed animal area, buys me a stuffed animal, gives it to me, and tells me every time that I'm scared either squeeze his hand or I can squeeze the stuffed animal. And I still have that stuffed animal. Yeah, I'm like that too. There's some people that I've known my entire life and I still get scared to say hi to them. But I've never really spent a whole lot of time around some of my family members, so being around them just feels really awkward. Yes, I do. My parents are always buying me stuffed animals because, like, they understand that. Oh my god, Dreamy. I'm sorry, I was reading what Dreamy put in my chat. Um, my mom, when a little while after she married my dad, they wound up moving to Mexico. And they were like so close to the border that you could see it. It wasn't even that far. But when my mom moved back, most of her stuffed animals were gone. And some of those stuffed animals she had her entire life. Oh, that's funny. It gave me a pharmacy ad. But she was really sad after that. And my mom and dad have made it a point to never make us give up our stuffed animals because it's part of your childhood and they understand that. But ever since then, my mom was always sad. So now, every year, for any holiday that we have, we're always buying her stuffed animals. She has so many stuffed animals now that she has to get a stuffed animal net because she can't even fit all of them. I mean, she has like I want to say like a 3 foot teddy bear, and my dad has like a 4 foot teddy bear that they bought each other for the one my mom's teddy bear my dad bought for her for Valentine's Day, and then my dad's was bought during Christmas. Yeah. I have so many that I can't even put any on my bed because I roll around in my sleep. So they always end up on the floor and then I feel bad. So they just kind of chill in my like emoji chair looking thing until I can get a stuffed animal net. But my parents have always made it a point to give us what they never did have. I love Pokemon. I have my dad actually he has a 3D printer and he 3D printed me it's like a Pokemon ball with a Pikachu inside and I can take Pikachu out and like put Pikachu somewhere. And it even has like a little stand that the Pokeball actually sits on so it's not like rolling around. I have so many things my dad has 3D printed for me. He printed me for the Harry Potter like the really big Harry Potter fans, you'll know this, it's the Elder Wand. My dad actually 3D printed me the Elder Wand for my 18th birthday. I can agree. I remember, like, one of the bigger things that my parents always would put on for us to watch was called Digimon. It was like Pokemon, but it was different. But I remember Pokemon. I used to grow up with that, always taking my dad's little Game Boy system and playing Pokemon on it and stuff. Yeah, I honestly do like Pokemon better. I feel like Pokemon did it a little bit better than Digimon, but Digimon's still amazing. Like for you have to consider when that show was made, like Pokemon. the detail in the animation for both of those are just really awesome. I can't remember when it actually released, but I remember watching like the Pokemon not just playing the game, but there was an actual Pokemon show. I remember watching that. It's also funny because I'll sit here and listen to like Chase Atlantic and Lana Del Rey and Arctic Monkeys, and everyone's like, "Oh, you kids and your new generation of music." I grew up primarily listening to Nickelback, Nirvana, Rob Zombie, Eminem, Dre. You want to know? There's a few theories. I love that song. There's a few theories about why. Some theories say that Ash actually got stuck in the game and the game doesn't allow him to age. And maybe that's why. Like he was stuck in a different universe. But then you have to consider the fact that the other characters did age. So, who knows? Oh my gosh. My best friend was threatening to steal my Scream, my Ghostface plushie the other day. I was like, nuh-uh. Yeah, the coma theory is a lot more popular. But, like, it's a genuine question. And, like, the developers of Pokemon never explained why Ash didn't age. In later, like, games and later in the show, Ash did actually age and ended up having a kid himself. And then the kid took over the Pokemon universe. But, like, it's still a little weird. Because, like, why would it have taken, like, maybe was his aging slowed down or something? It's possible maybe his aging was just slowed down. But it doesn't translate very well. Party Anthem is one of my favorite songs. That's one of the songs that I actually fall asleep to. Second to Lord Huron songs because I have insomnia and narcolepsy. So when they clash, it gets really rough for me. My favorite band though is Chase Atlantic. Has and always will be. Now if we're saying like single artists, Lana Del Rey. She's just her voice is just so good. You know, I never actually thought about that. That is a very good point. Because when you're, I mean, if we're talking realistically, stone does age. But if you're like a person trapped in stone, I don't think you would. I only think that the stone outside of you would age. But I don't know if you would. I think there is like a scientific theory about that because there have been bodies that were like so perfectly preserved and mummified that they still look like they did when they died. And it's honestly crazy to think about that. I my dad used to have like so many Pokemon cards that you couldn't even find now. And then my brother ended up stealing them and selling them and for like trading them for like baseball cards. My dad was so mad about that. So mad about that. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, like a blow to the brain can actually cause it can cause you to not age. It's been scientifically proven that enough trauma to the brain can slow your growth. So maybe he was aging, but he just wasn't growing. Because when you think about it, there were probably a few times where Ash was hit on the head a little too hard. That's the thing. There's like so many different theories, but none of them will ever be confirmed because Pokemon just said, yeah, no, we're just going to do our own thing and make you question your life existence. Yeah. So Pokemon may not confirm it, but it can be scientifically proven. I believe there are scientists that actually did scientifically prove why Ash wasn't aging. Imagine having so much knowledge that you're just like, oh yeah, we'll just figure out the theory about why Ash wasn't aging instead of making a cure. At some point, I may walk off just to say hi to my friend because they are going to be stopping by so that we can celebrate their birthday a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but there are scientists that actually are doing that, and I'm like, just imagine that you're getting paid all this money, and you're just like, yeah, no, we can work about the cures another day. Let's figure out why Ash wasn't aging. Like, oh my gosh, that would legit be crazy. It's so funny whenever I sleep in this bed because like I added those pillows so my head's just like under them. I know. Honestly, the dire wolves look so cool. I know, right? Like that entire time that that show was going, it was a girl voicing Ash the entire time, and I was like, you really can manipulate your voice to sound like anything. It scares the heck out of my brother, but I can actually like frog ribbit with my throat, so it sounds like I'm ribbiting. I love doing that because it freaks him out. Either that or I'll just sit there cracking my neck. That freaks him out just the same. Yeah, I think they did. I'm not sure how long ago that actually happened, but I was pretty sad to hear about that. Because, like, imagine that you're getting so old that a voice actor from your childhood winds up dying. That's how you know that you're not young anymore, man. Just a constant reminder of, hey, you're old now. Exactly. Apparently, Ash's voice actor and Misty's voice actor were pretty close. Hello. Welcome in, Haben. But yeah, apparently their voice actors were pretty close, and like Misty's voice actor didn't take it personally. Apparently, Misty's voice actor found it hilarious. Yeah. If any of you guys have ever actually seen Family Guy, then you'll know that um there's this one voice actor on that show that literally voiced like I think 15 different characters on that show. So that's really wild when you think about it. Like there was one person doing all those different voices. Also, imagine how much money that actor got paid, that voice actor got paid just for voicing all of those different characters. Yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't know about that until I was watching like a documentary about Family Guy and like all that jazz. And then can we just like talk about the fact that the Simpsons show predicted everything that was going to happen before it happened? Like why don't we talk about that more? Like that's actually crazy. If you look up in your like YouTube search or something like that and you search up the Simpsons theories, it's wild. I don't know who's been writing the scripts for that show, but dude needs to get a raise because clearly that person's psychic or something. Because to be able to like predict it before it even happens and actually be right about it, that's wild. Some people are like accusing the Simpsons of using government documents to gain that information, but some of the information that's in those documents were, first of all, the Simpsons couldn't gain access to government documents even if they wanted to. And then, um, when you think about it even more, that show and the theories were made years before it even happened. And some of those things you couldn't just predict. I know people are assuming that the the writers of the Simpsons show are like from the future or something. And I'm like, that it's not impossible or improbable. Technology really has come a long way, but I don't think they would be making a show if that was the case. Like if you're from the future, you probably want to lay low. Everyone's predicting that we're gonna end up having a female president at some point because of the fact that in the show Lisa becomes president. So people are like contemplating whether it's gonna end up being a woman that enters into office in the near future. I've already expressed my theories about the Matrix. I do not believe that it exists. I went into a whole deep dive about that on one live stream. Because like in order for the Matrix to exist, there's so many other things that have to be explained that you can't explain, not even with medical science or theoretical science or engineers. Most of the theories about the Matrix can't even be explained. I think it was in one of the John Wick movies or something that the Matrix was actually brought in. And the way that they portrayed it, it could be possible, but there are a lot of unanswered questions about that sort of thing. Yeah, you have my full permission, Dreamy. Listen, I don't know who Top G is, and I really don't care because if they got a name like that, they are clearly not the Top G. How you gonna name yourself Top G? Like, what? Oh, God, don't even get me started on Andrew Tate. I don't want to hear nothing about that guy. Yes, I do play other Roblox games. I play a lot of Roblox games, actually. Yeah. Haben, the entirety of last stream, I was having to constantly give you warnings. I told you, you do it again, and I'm done. I try so much, even if it's just him. Yeah, I always try to like 100, like complete every game. Like I've been working on Horse Life, which is the game creators of Horse Life are the same ones that created Dragon Adventures. You've gotten like so many warnings, and the fact that you're like 5 minutes into being here, and I've already had to give you 2 warnings. All right. Here's the thing. If me or my mods have to give you one more warning, I'm just gonna let Dreamy ban you. At that point, I'm just gonna let Dreamy ban you. No more Matrix, no more calling people wage slaves. I don't want to hear none of that. It's a very long story, Draco. Dude, you should know. Andrew Tate has offended so many women countless times. And not just women, but men too. Andrew Tate is not a good guy. He's done some pretty messed up stuff. Yeah, Andrew Tate's just a really big jerk. He is homophobic. He is. He's publicly announced that. Your existence at this point is a ripoff of society. Bro, I'm not even an hour into streaming. This happens every time. Yeah. You're right, Draco. He's homophobic and sexist. And he's publicly announced it. Like, he doesn't even care. He'll just publicly talk about it. And, and Andrew Tate's always going on about how a woman's place is in the kitchen and that a woman shouldn't be working, that their job is to please their man. Like, we don't live in the freaking 1600s anymore. That shit don't fly. Yeah, he's been arrested a few times. And people support him. Yeah. I don't blame you, Jamie. I told you that you could. Yeah, it's pretty messed up that people actually support that too. Yeah, really. Yeah. It's like, oh, Andrew Tate's the new figure of the new generation. No, he's not. I swear, if he ends up being a figure for the new generations, I'm uh. I will move to Mars. I'm not doing that. I'm bisexual too, kid. But yeah, no. There's a lot of theories for a lot of different things. Oh, there was this one show that had this like really good theory, but I can't remember. The new figures. Yeah, that still concerns me. That still concerns me. I just wish that Pokemon would like fully explain the whole Ash theory. I'm not hating, but like my generation's figure was Eminem. Y'all's generation is a toilet. That concerns me. How do we jump from a celebrity to a toilet? I'm not saying that Eminem was better than a toilet, but he was better in a lot of different ways. That happens. I literally had just gotten enough money saved up to finally buy a new microphone thanks to a lot of donations coming through from like Atlas and Starry and stuff like that. I was able to upgrade my microphone so it's not nearly as bad as it was before. But I've spent money on plenty of stupid stuff that I didn't need. But you learn. It happens. There's all these things that you want in life, but sometimes you have to put your needs above your wants, even if it sucks. My husband is oh god. Oh, you clicked the wrong person, Dreamy. Dreamy, you clicked the wrong person. Hold on, Draco. Okay. Okay. Draco's the good guy. You're not don't or good person. No. Dreamy saw Hobbin's name pop up and freaked out. Draco, are you okay? I unhid him. Drivy accidentally clicked you. And accidentally hid you from my channel. Jimmy didn't mean to. It was because Hobbin was in the chat again. It's okay though. We fixed it. Yeah. I'm trying to break like 1 million on Bloxburg money wise. Because I want to build a town. Or something like that. I was thinking about maybe even building a castle, but I don't know about building a castle because I tried that one time and I reached max plot data. And I could always buy more plot data, but I am broke. I have $4 to my name. I just prefer like I know this kind of content isn't exactly the most entertaining for you guys, which do keep in mind like I do have I'm just been feeling a little burnt out because I have been recording and editing a lot of videos. So the only time that I really have to like catch up on things is when I'm streaming or when I'm not working on my videos. Dreamy. Hobbin, we're not fucking doing this again, dude. Most of the people banned from my channel are your accounts. Get out. We don't want you here. Yeah, If you go back into some of my earlier streams, you will literally hear me losing my shit over the fact that Haben likes to come into my chat, say things, and then when they ban him, he uses a different freaking account. And it's so annoying. Oh god, sorry. Yeah, he asked me if I had an OnlyFans. Like, no. I'm not that type of person. I'm not putting my body out on the internet. Uh, no. Just no. And see, now I have to sit here and ignore his entire existence. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's like, it's not the first time that that's happened either. I've had quite a few people actually come into my chat being disrespectful towards me, my moderators, or just my viewers in general. 20 times out of 10, it's me that they're being disrespectful towards. And there's like really nothing I can do about that. Dreamy is. Dreamy does not like it when people sit there and fuck with their mother, okay? I am Dreamy's adopted mother, okay? Cuz they don't care. People like that just don't care. They don't care how they're affecting you. And I've expressed. But I've expressed multiple times on this channel that I struggle with a lot of mental health issues like depression and bipolar and autism and ADHD and PTSD. I've expressed that multiple times that I have a lot of mental issues that don't put me in the best state of mind. Also, about the fact that I'm not medicated for most of them because of how I have a sensitive stomach. So, most medications just make me sick. And people still come into my chat and tell me to go kill myself and all that fun jazz. Or ask me if I'm into sending fit pics, feet pics, or something like that. Yeah, if, okay, so for the people that actually do generally want to donate, my Cash App is in my Discord server. You can donate through there. I'm not going to pry you all for donations. It does help out, but I would never force you guys to do something that you either cannot do or just don't feel like doing. You can still watch all of my content. You can still be a part of the Discord and everything in between without actually giving me any of your money. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I've been put through worse. So, what they say or do doesn't affect me at this point because I've just come to the realization that you can't change how people act or what their decisions are. That's possible. Depends on where you live. I've gotten people that live in Germany and Italy and the UK. I've had a few people from Australia. Professional victim? I. Okay. I'm not victimizing myself. Feel bad for you that you think that way. It's not victimizing, it's letting other people know that struggle with the same things that you are not alone. I actually can't say that I have. I think the only places that I haven't had people from are Japan, China, Korea, Russia, Scotland, Ireland, Greenland, Canada. I think I've had some from Canada. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, if I was victimizing myself, I would sit here telling y'all, like, oh, like I was sexually assaulted. Donate me money. That's victimizing. I'm not victimizing. Yes, you actually are, Draco. I know. I need to start actually writing down like the all the different places that I'm getting viewers from, but I do think my YouTube analytics do tell me that. Or like, the country that all of you guys live in. But so you're my first Philippines. That's awesome. If I ever get somebody from France, dude, France has my heart. People from Philippines, France, and Japan and the UK have my heart. I love all of y'all. Y'all are like generally the kindest people ever. Yes, Dreamy. You were in fact the first ever British viewer I had. And Ink is the first one from Germany. I think Ink was from Germany. I know there was one from Italy. I can't remember who that was, but I will figure it out. I can always go back and look in my stream chats. Yeah, I do find that like the nicest people you will ever meet are people that live in like Japan. Japanese people are so sweet. Oop. I'm gonna turn my audio down. Oh my god. But yeah. We're gonna close that out. I know. But yeah. I think Japanese people are like the kindest people you'll ever meet, especially when they find out that I can speak their speak their language somewhat. It's the cutest thing ever. Because I'll be talking to someone and realize they're Japanese, and I'll sit there talking to them in Japanese, and they're like, "You know my language?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I know German. I know Japanese. I know Korean. I know Chinese. I know some like French. I'm not the greatest when it comes to French, but I do know some of it. But like my main best languages are Japanese and Spanish. Those are like the ones that I'm really, really good at speaking. Talking to people on the internet was the best decision. Yeah. The internet, I feel like the internet can be a good place, especially for people that have like social anxiety or all that. Because when you're talking to someone online, you don't know who they are, they don't know who you are. Yeah, I have been learning that language too, alongside. I've been trying to learn Russian. But yeah, so Ink's my first German. Draco's my first Philippines. Jimmy was my first from UK. And I want to say that technically Gold was my first from the United States. Because I did have another person from the United States that was in my streams, but we were friends. So I don't know if that really counts. I'm getting to experience all of these new different things. Yeah, my first UK mod too. Do you think YouTube would do you think I'd get in trouble with YouTube if I started cussing in Japanese? Cuz I'm about there. Yeah, that's streaming for you. I don't know if Jimmy knew that they were my first UK viewer and UK mod. No, if you say slurs, yes. Okay. Got it. So I just can't like I'm going to turn the music off for now cuz it's lagging me a little bit. Oh god. Oh no. I tried closing out of something and now everything's oh god. Oh god. This is why I need to save up money to get more RAM. This is just it's just a whole mood. Yeah. I actually didn't take courses to learn Japanese. I just learned Japanese all on my own. Well, I think I got a long time before I become popular. Is this a test, Dreamy? Are you testing me? Because I know that that's German, and I know what it means. There are a few characters in there that I'm not actually the best at remembering. So what Dreamy said is, "I'm a dream. I can speak English, a little French, and Russian, and I'm learning German." It was the "I'm a dream" part that kind of got me a little bit. Yeah, I don't think YouTube cares enough about what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not familiar with Chinese characters, Draco, so I was a little confused. You were saying ni hao, which is hello in Chinese. I'm learning the Chinese characters currently. I can write my name in Japanese, which is pretty dang cool. Yes, it is, cuz like the English dictionary, there are words that sound the exact same and they're not. Like they're spelled differently. Okay, dislike my video. That's not going to offend me. YouTube doesn't show how many dislikes I get. It only shows how many likes I get. That's your opinion. But yeah, no. I remember like it took me, I want to say like about 3 months to start learning Japanese and like decide that, hey, yeah, I want to learn Japanese. And I've just been learning about it ever since. Because when I was younger, I was always obsessed with the Japanese culture. I love their culture and everything about Japan. I want to visit there one day. But I if I do visit Japan, uh, I don't want to do something that's going to offend them. I want to learn their language so that they might feel a little bit more comfortable being around a tourist. It's like with Russian. I want to go visit Russia. I don't know if I ever actually will because Russia's kind of all over the place right now about tourists. And apparently, there are people that are going to Russia, getting off the plane, and then immediately getting kidnapped and tortured. So, I don't use Duolingo to learn languages. I watch like videos or I'll use like translators or things like that. Google Translate is not always exact, but it is pretty dang close. Google Translate is pretty dang close. Oh, I forgot to pay my house bills. Oopsie. Yeah. It's rather funny because with Japan, there's like I think two different ways that you can apologize. I think there's like gomen and then gomenasai, which gomen is like the shortened version. For like if it's a minor apology, you would say like gomen, and then for if it's a severe thing, you would say gomenasai. That's a more like that's a more formal way of apologizing. And then there's a few different ways to actually say hello in Japanese. I do that sayonara. I think it's like sayonara or something like that. I can't. There's a few different ways to say goodbye as well. But I'm pretty sure sayonara is like one of the biggest ways of saying goodbye. But Japanese people don't believe in saying goodbye. So they'll typically just say, oh, see you later in Japanese rather than saying sayonara. Because they believe that saying goodbye is basically wishing death upon somebody. Just like number 4 is an unlucky number to them, which I've kind of adapted, so I stay away from that number. I have. I used to play the piano when I was in school. I also used to play the flute, and I've learned a little bit of acoustic and electric guitar. Guitar is more my strong suit. But piano is, I'm pretty dang good at piano. I had a teacher tell me that I was good enough to be part of uh the choir that we had in my school, but I just never did it because A, I was pulled out of school and moved to online at that point in time, so I didn't really get the chance, but I probably wouldn't have even done it because it's really hard. Piano's not, you have to learn, like, you have to teach your hands to be able to move far apart, which does kind of become an issue, especially if you have like really shaky hands. I'm an artist and my hands are still really shaky, but my it has gotten significantly better. I'm not nearly as shaky as I used to be, thanks to actually taking the time to work on that issue. I've become a lot more neat handed. I forgot to put an electric box. What? Outdoor utility box? Oh, that is literally perfect. That literally fits in there. Oh, okay. Well, I think we're just gonna leave that then. If it works, don't fix it. Oh yeah, I can as well. Yeah, guitar is also another thing that's like a little bit rather interesting to learn because you have all these different frets, you have all these different notes, keys, tuning. It's a lot, but guitar is honestly just really fun to actually learn. I accidentally quit my job and I didn't mean to. Somebody count how far am I away from a million? Hold on. 6, 7, 8, 9. Still 4. Almost 3. We'll get there. Maybe not today, but we will get there. My mom used to play trumpet. She was actually part of a marching band growing up. She is she has lost her teeth. Bad dental does run bad dental genes does run in my family. I've already lost 2 teeth that I had to get pulled out, and now my wisdom teeth are growing in crooked. It's been causing me a lot of pain in my jaw. It's been causing me a lot of pain in my jaw. So I've been not really able to eat the foods that I normally would eat. But what I have been doing is I've been like using pain medication and stuff like that, which pain medication doesn't really work on me cuz I had to use it a lot for like bad cramps and stuff. But my mom, she did wind up losing all of her teeth, but that woman, even without her teeth, can still play the trumpet really damn well. She knows how to she also knows how to play the oh, what's it called? The like military anthem that like your most military people wake up by. She does know how to play that, which is really really cool. The flute gives me yeah, it does for me too. The flute and the recorder were really hard. Hello Gold, where have you been? We could have been using you this entire time. Hi Gold, welcome into the stream though. It's nice to see you here. I was almost worried that you weren't going to be in today's stream. But yeah. Yeah, we've missed you. I'm assuming you were probably still in school or something. Probably had a later date. I mean, school does kind of get out around this time for you. I do online, so school's just pretty much whenever I feel like doing it, which tends to be at 5 in the morning because I'm awake. Because I have insomnia and do not sleep. But that's okay. YouTube keeps me busy. Gold is my other child, aka Dreamy's brother, and also one of my mods. I'm actually graduating, so this week and up until Thursday next week are my last few days of school. The 30th is my last day. So technically, until next Friday, yes, I still have school. Yeah, there were. There were a lot of people being not so kind, but all of them are just mainly Haben being a piece of shit, like he always is. Some things just never change, you know? Some things just really never change. No, my bike got stuck. Ah! School in my area ended in April. Aw, you're lucky. School in America typically doesn't end until June for most kids. Starry, are you still in here? Because if Starry's still in here, I'm giving Starry mod. If Starry's not in here, I'm gonna run downstairs and quickly get my dad. Because this is just getting out of hand, man. Calling me a wage slave and victimizing. Who in the hell am I, Dick? Who am I? I just don't get it. How am I victimizing myself? It's not victimizing if you actually were a victim. It's victimizing if you lie about being a victim. That's victimizing. Next month our summer break. Oh, that sucks. That sucks for you. Summer break here doesn't end for most people until August, September. I know personally for me, my summer break went until like August. Aww, that's really sweet, Dreamy. I'm glad to hear that. For anyone new that's just hopping into the stream, my Discord is linked above. Like I said, if you go into my Discord and you go to polls, there's a thread where y'all can leave like game suggestions. If you are going to leave any game suggestions, try to leave ones that I'm not going to have to spend money for out of pocket because I do not have access to money. At this point in time, I'm broke. But if there's like a game on Roblox or maybe a mod pack on Minecraft you want me to try, I know that I also have like Raft. and Once Human and Genshin Impact, things like that. Just, free to play games. I have been told that there are some people that want me to get back into playing League of Legends. Because I used to play that with my old friend group, but then I stopped playing League of Legends because they're my old friend group. We're not really, we don't really talk anymore. Stuff happened, but that's okay. I don't blame anybody for what went down. Yeah, I've heard about all of that that's been happening over there. I hope that you guys stay safe. Like, it really is dangerous over there right now. It's the same thing with Japan. Japan's been having a lot of like tsunamis and earthquakes and a lot of things like that and flooding. What do you hold up, back up a minute. What do you mean you were about to get jumped IRL? Why'd you just casually say that? Gold just casually said that like that's something that's happened before. Yeah. In the last stream that I did, I was talking about the fact that there is like a pretty big mafia gang that lives kind of near where I live, and they're like well known. But the issue with it is, I know that they're around here, but you will never find them. I don't want to get in my laptop. Did you mean you don't want to get on your laptop? I mean, you don't have to. A volcano erupted and we got 2 weeks off. Oh wow. It's okay, Gold. I know what you meant. Yeah, we have I think it's like in Yellowstone Park. It's an active volcano, but it's never erupted. Thank God. Because if that ever erupts, like half of the United States is going down with it. Half the United States won't be existing anymore. Well, yeah, because we haven't really been seeing you. Also, sorry, all of my streams are always chatting streams. Because I generally love hearing about things that go on with you guys and all of your exciting adventures. Makes life a little more interesting. Why is there oh, Dreamy's working, I think. I think Dreamy's getting that moolah. Yep, Dreamy is in fact getting the moolah. Okay. Dreamy's broke too. We're just a family of broke people. It's okay. Yeah, for just so you know, Jaco, because I don't know if you've been behind the scenes in my streams or this is the first time you're actually ever. Jesus. Good gracious, Dreamy. That is a lot of money. Actually, no, that's not a lot of money. Talk to me when you get 1K. We'll talk then. Um, that's fine, Gold. Mimic's a really good game. But I have been I have been streaming on a realm that my dad started. So You'll probably see a lot of that. I am taking a break from that realm for a little while just because I am getting like really tuckered out from playing Minecraft because I've been doing a lot of work on that realm. But the next time that I stream, I probably will be streaming on that realm. Which, like I said, tomorrow is my now deceased grandfather's birthday. So I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow. I kind of want to just take that day to relax. Yes, Gold. If you see Hobbin in my chat, ban him. I'm tired of it. I'm done. Um, but I don't plan on streaming much next month just because next month's gonna not only be kind of hectic, but it's my first month officially being done with school and graduated. But I will be working on videos behind the scenes so that you guys won't be bored. I know, right? I'm trying, man. Yeah, I'm just kind of putting my foot down now at this point. They get 2 warnings, a timeout. If they come back from that timeout and they continue to do it, then you ban them, and that's it. End of story. A lot of placing dirt, actually. And in June, I'll be leaving for 5 weeks. Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm going to be down one mod. So I have two choices. I can start looking for another moderator, or I can just take the month and enjoy it. Enjoy the peace and stuff, but leaving for school break, yeah. I know you're not leaving forever, but I just don't want to be down one mod. So, and I don't want to hire any more mods at this point in time because I have Dreamy Gold, Lone Star, which is Papa Raven, my dad. I have Mama Raven, which is my mom, my sister Arkham Knight. So I have like five or seven different mods. I know, Dreamy. He's just asking, basically. Yeah, really. Yeah. But I just feel like it would. I've been doing a lot these last few months since the year has started, and I feel like I just kind of need a month to recuperate and enjoy the peace and silence. Goldie, will you please do the honors? Unless you're too busy. I feel like I've seen you in a Roblox game before. You probably have. My avatar used to look a lot different via before this one. I had a different avatar before I had this one. Busy looking at men, Jake. Oh my god. I got it. There's that. And then there's that. Oh, I also have Atlas. So yeah, I have like 6 different mods. It'd be so funny if I had all my mods in one chat on the exact same day. Could you just imagine that? All 6 mods. I don't think anything would be getting past that. You're good, Gold. I'm not mad at you, Gold. Sometimes y'all can't get to it quick enough, and I still can do it. It's not that big of a deal. But also, just in general, because I feel like this needs to be said, I'm not taking tomorrow off because of the fact that I'm sad about my grandpa's passing. I know, right? I'm taking tomorrow off because I'm taking it as like a day of memory, day of basically just memorying, remembering things. I have such bad dyslexia. Um, because I feel like a day like that needs to be surrounded in silence. My grandfather was a amazing man. He served. I'm pretty sure he was in the military at one point in time, and he fought and beat cancer 3 times before it finally took him. So that man deserves a day of silence. I've always loved the name Atlas. I also love the name Killian, and then there was another one. Oh, Asher. I feel like that's gonna end up being one of my kids' names in the far, far future. I don't want kids right now. Let me rephrase that. I don't want kids right now. I can't even find a partner. Not that I'm not looking. It's just nowadays everybody only wants one thing. I'm thinking about the possibility of because I don't know how many kids I'll have or anything like that. I know that I do want to pass my middle name down, but perhaps one of my children can bear the middle name Dreamy. I think that would be nice. Hey, if you want to get technical, Atlas Gold does kind of sound cool. And then like Adeline Dreamy, and then their last name because I don't know if I'm gonna have kids with another person or if I'm just gonna have my own kids and be a single parent. Mom got me pizza. Oh, nice. You could illegally adopt. I'm not gonna illegally. I'm not gonna illegally adopt you. Hey, I don't need the papers to prove that you're my child. Your mannerisms are too damn close to mine. They want one thing and it's a good centipede as a pet. You know, I can agree with that. Yes, illegal is the bad one. Legal is the good one. Take the L. Take the I out. Take the I out. Oh my god. I would own a centipede, but I'm not allowed to have reptiles in the house that I live in. My dad is deathly afraid of reptiles. I can't even have a chameleon. But I am getting a hamster, and he's not stopping me. I mean, for good grief, we own 2 cat. Well, we own technically 1 cat. My sister has a cat. We have a dog, a rabbit. Like we have a whole freaking funny farm just up in this house. And it's funny because every time that we've ever gotten a pet, they tend to be the runt of the litter. so, so it's rather interesting. Oh, okay. Listen, I'm not allowed to have reptiles or insects. That was the other one. My brain's all over the place. Cut me some slack. I'm not allowed to have insects either. I'm not allowed to have birds because I'm just not allowed to because 9 times out of 10 I'd end up getting a parrot and then teaching it to cuss at the people that I don't like. So, and my parents know that. I love cats. I have we have two that are in this house. We have Lucky, which is a short-haired American cat, and then we have Oreo. He is a long-haired American Persian Mancoon mix. He is so cute. And I have photos of him in my Discord in the pictures chat if you want to see what he looks like. He's so cute. He is 13 years old though. Not sure how much longer we'll have him for. Yes, I do. I approve of your husband. I approve of this marriage. I'm 18 with two kids as a single parent and God knows how many grandkids. Yes, you could marry him. I give you full permission. I'm definitely gonna throw it at them. Oh, all I have to do is just sick my dog on them. My dog is a she's a pit bull mastiff staffy mix. So she don't play that game. All it takes is one command. I just prefer for her to not bite somebody because then I run the risk of having to euthanize my dog, and I'm not euthanizing my dog for defending me. Gold typically joins the games, but he's also really good about moderating the chat while playing video games. He's done it like a million of times. Use the Dreamy. Oh, you want to know what I should do, Dreamy? I should get a wolf dog and name it Dreamy. You agree with that? Get a wolf dog, name it Dreamy. I've always wanted a wolf dog. They are big babies, though. You cannot leave them alone. They will tear up everything if you leave them alone. I've heard of people that actually own a wolf dog and they've tried to leave their wolf dog at home. I've tried. They've tried to leave their wolf dog at home, and apparently the wolf dog would like break out and end up finding them at the grocery store or wherever they were. Which, you know, if we want to get honest here, that kind of is accurate. Because I can't leave Dreamy alone. If Dreamy is left unattended for, Dreamy goes feral. Love them though. They're my child. Both them and Gold. Damn, now I really want to get a wolf dog and name it Dreamy. Huskies are gentle giants. They are, but huskies are very, very hyper and very protective. See, the one dog breed that I will say that people tend to, you know, think, "Oh, like they're sweet babies," is golden retrievers. Yes, golden retrievers are very, very gentle. They're gentle with babies, they are gentle with eggs. However, they are very overprotective. Yeah. Golden retrievers are very protective over their owners, which in the end, it can kind of create some issues if you're not training your golden retriever the right way. It's like with Storm, with my pit bull. she can be very vicious, but we've raised Storm to the point where you can sit there and tug on her ears, tug on her tail, mess with her face, and she'll just sit there and take it. The reason why, I know people are like, oh, you shouldn't tug on your pet's tail or their ears. Yes, you shouldn't, but you should keep in mind that there are going to be kids that do try doing that. And I would rather Storm be used to it and immune to it than bite somebody because they were tugging on her ears and tail. So long as you like teach, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, I just realized that. Thanks, Cold. But don't get me wrong. All pet breeds, all dog breeds are good dogs if they're raised the right way. Unfortunately, there are people that do not raise their dogs the right way, like the people that live in the purple house, or at least we call it the purple house because it's a purple house, that live kind of around where I live because they lock their dogs outside 24/7 because those dogs will bite the kids. And instead of giving the dogs maybe to somebody that doesn't have kids or doesn't want kids, they keep them or they have them, or what they'll do is they'll keep that dog to the extent where the law will have to get involved and then that dog needs to be euthanized because of it. And I can't tell you how many times um the animal shelter has taken their dogs away and the court just gives those dogs back to them. Yeah, probably, Jacob. That's the thing. It's not about the dog, it's about the owner. It's the same thing with owning a gun. It's not the gun, it's the person behind the gun. I wish everyone would stop blaming gun violence on the gun. It's not the gun, it's the person behind it. And when my parents were younger and in school, they did gun safety. You had gun safety where police officers would come to your school and educate you on guns. And then schools took that system out and they're just now re putting it back in. I feel like instead they should bring back gun safety. It's, oh God. Don't wake your family up. I wouldn't want you getting in trouble. But yeah, that's the thing. There's just a lot of things that people misunderstand about dogs, about violence. Like, violence is never the answer, and you should never resort to that sort of thing. Violence is different when it becomes a point in your life where you have to use violence to protect yourself. Why was your. Oh, did you delete the message, Draco? Pretty sure my room is soundproof. Yeah, mine's not. There's a vent that leads directly into my parents' room. It's very traumatic. But that's the thing. And these are like all serious topics. All of them. Mental health is a serious thing. Sexual assault is a serious thing. Violence is a serious thing. I know. I am. I think once I hit 800K, I'm gonna stop streaming because we are expecting people today. Okay. It's okay, Dreamy. Just ignore it. I'm not gonna give him the attention that he wants, and neither should you. I have depression and bipolar depression, which, when those two combine, it's really not fun having, because I'm like manic bipolar is the thing. It's funny because when I tell people that, they assume that I'm violent. I'm not a violent person, is the thing. I'm just generally not a violent person. I'm not sure what game that is. It looks familiar, but I'm not sure. Oh, yes, I do. Dreamy actually got me into playing Cookie Run Kingdom. I've had it I had it on my old phone and then I can't get into my old phone anymore, so now I have to get it on my new phone. I haven't had time to, but I do intend to. But yeah, I do play that. So does Dreamy, and I guess there's a few other people that Dreamy knows that play it as well. I will say one thing about my microphone. It does kind of obstruct my view. Because, like, I can't, like, I can kind of see how much money I have, but I'm blind. So I kind of have to move my head a little bit. I'm still trying to adjust things in my setup. My desk is, I want to get a better desk that actually has it to where my screens sit up a little bit higher. But I can't do that with this desk because it has like storage above the area that my screens are sitting on. Which, yes, I do have two screens. I would love to have three, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Just because that is a lot of stress I would be putting on my tower. I think I'm good with two screens. Yeah, I mean, I have this one phone. It's a little bit older, but it does work. I don't think you guys want me to tell you how many phones I have that have just I've never broken any of them. They've all broken by themselves, but it's because they were my dad's old phones. Hamster or mice? Hamster. I have a mice problem right now. The mice won't leave me alone. They're trying to overthrow us. My cat's been killing them though. Both my cats. Which I'm not gonna say that I don't feel bad because it is a part of nature, but like it's crazy. Hello, Atlas. Welcome in. Glad to see you. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Look in the chat. You'll see why. Atlas is the person that I was talking to you about, Draco, that gave me enough money to buy the new microphone. My parents have been going around saying, "Oh, Atlas is your sugar daddy now, huh?" And I'm like, "Oh God, that is not how that is." Gold's avatar is fire. Yeah, I have the same shirt. It's actually a little bit hard to tell, but I bought Gold's shirt. That's his shirt, by the way. If anybody actually wants to, I'll link it in my Discord. But he made it's the first shirt that he's ever actually made, and it says "I heart gold." It's like the gold ingot. What gold? What do you mean, really? Yes, I really bought it. Did you not see that on stream? I literally bought it on stream. But I'll put a link in the Discord to it. I have the hair in the face, but the shirt is inappropriate. Oh no. Oh god. Listen, I'm really stressed out. It's been a really rough week. I've started I've had to start removing people from my friend group. So now my friend group's gotten smaller and smaller because of too much drama. Ugh. Alrighty. Well, I am gonna end stream because, like I said, there are people that are gonna be coming over soon. Um, so thank you to everyone that stopped by today's stream. At least the people that were being respectful and not inappropriate. I am going to not be streaming tomorrow because it is my grandfather's birthday tomorrow. Like I said. Um, hold on. But I hope that you all enjoyed this, and I will see each and every single one of you in Sunday's stream because I'm moving it from Saturday to Sunday. But I will see you all later. Bye, everybody.